Hello everyone. This video explains the parliamentary bill. Specifically, it looks at how a bill becomes law with reference to Zimbabwe. What is a bill? A bill is a proposal for a new law or enactment. It may originate in either house, that is, the National Assembly or the Senate, except for money bills. It becomes law only when passed by both houses, that is the National Assembly and the Senate, and also assented to and signed by the President. Until signed, it remains a proposal, not law. What are the types of bills? We have ordinary bills, which are the most common type, and they originate from either house. Then we have money bills to do with taxation, spending, and revenue, and originate from the National Assembly only. Then we also have constitutional amendment bills meant to change the constitution, and either house originate this type of amendment bill, constitutional amendment bills, or it can be a special majority. Introduce a bill is any senator in the Senate, any member of the National Assembly, any vice president, minister, or a deputy minister. Government bills can be introduced by ministers and guaranteed to pass the lower house. And private members' bills can be introduced by opposition or backbenchers. The 4 stages in each house that a bill has to go through before it becomes an act. The first reading, which formally introduces the bill, and there is no debate at that stage. Then the second reading, where there is main debate on principles and the human rights statement. 3, then the committee stage, where there is a clause by clause examination of the bill, amendments, and also public submissions. Then you have the third reading, where there is the final debate and the vote. The bill then undergoes the same 4 stages in both houses. Take note that the bill undergoes the same 4 stages in both houses, that is the National Assembly and the Senate. Money bill special rules. This can only originate in the National Assembly and cannot proceed except on recommendation of the Vice President or the Minister. Cannot amend to impose or increase tax without ministerial recommendation. The Senate may not amend money bills. They can only send back the bills. Protects government fiscal control. Disagreements plus presidential assent. If houses disagree, that is, the National Assembly and the Senate disagree on a bill, within 90 days, the bill may be presented to the President in form passed by the National Assembly. This prevents legislative deadlock, and this is in compliance with constitutional provision, Section 6. Then when it comes to presidential assent, the President must sign for bill to become an act. and the president may veto, that is, return with objections, the bill. Once assented, the bill becomes an act of parliament. In other words, it becomes law. Complete process timeline. 1. There is the notice, where the bill drafted by Parliamentary Council. Then comes the first reading, which is the formal introduction of the bill. Then the second reading, which basically debates the principles. Then this is followed by the committee stage, where there is a clause by clause examination of the bill. Then the third reading, where there is a final vote by House 1, which is the National Assembly. Then the stages are then repeated in the second House. That is the notice, first reading, second reading, committee stage, and third reading. Resolve disagreements if needed, that is up to 90 days. Then this is followed by the presidential assent. Then the bill becomes an act. Constitutional framework and key facts. The constitutional basis is dealt with in Section 130 when the Houses initiate legislation. Section 131(1), where the legislative authority through acts is dealt with. The fifth schedule, which defines money bills, and Section 6, which deals with the resolution of disagreement or disagreements, so to speak. The key facts, really, in terms of the constitutional framework, are that the Parliament and not government passes bills into acts. And bills must pass through the lower house, the upper house, and the president. And parliamentary committees conduct inquiries, which actually embrace the question of participation, public participation in the enactment of the acts, as it were. Resources used in this compilation: Parliament of Zimbabwe website, and also the Constitution of Zimbabwe 2013. Watching. If this video was helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more parliamentary skills development tips. Your consultant services platform, +263 78 566 9249.